That is youthful state. If you are youthful, you are young, I mean, that is the youthful state of the river. River started from their upper course. Why upper course? Because they have highland. One of the major things that happened here is waterfall. Waterfall. Waterfall occur in the upper course of the river. One. And if water is falling down, imagine this is a highland. What do you expect will happen on top of this highland? Eh? If this water is falling down, yeah, what do you expect will happen on this highland? Huh? Erosion. Yes. It will cause erosion. You said erosion is the removal of the topmost part of the soil by either wind or water. Now we have water here. This is water. Now water is falling down in a very high speed. We expect this water to be at least removing this part of the highland, right? And this erosion will be called lateral erosion. Lateral erosion. Lateral erosion. Hydraulic actions take place here. My friend, you better... Lateral erosion. That's why I tell you, we don't. Lateral erosion. So there are two actions that we made mention of. Waterfall occur, lateral erosion. And what else? When the water falls down there, it creates what we refer to as a V-shaped valley. Yes. Or some of your books will say a plunge or a pool. Huh? Yes. A pool, V-shaped valley. A plunge, and whatsoever. That is expected. If you take water from a highland, you keep pouring it under the soil. What will happen to that place where you are pouring the water? It will go deep. Now it will form what we refer to as a V-shaped valley. Generally, a valley is a lowland between two highlands. Huh? Valley is a lowland between two highlands. When a valley occurs, valley is generally a lowland between two highlands. So this waterfall is occur in the upper course of the river, lateral erosion, a V-shaped valley. These are the three major things that happen at the upper course of the river. Mostly dams, dams that generate electricity. Yes. Mostly are emanated, or we have dams in the upper irrigation. No, dams is for electricity. Dams is for electricity. The water that is falling down, they fall in a very heavy speed. You put your dam machine that will rotate the fans. As the fans keep rotating, mechanical energy is being provided. So mostly we have dams around that provide electricity in the upper course of the river. So that is the upper course of the river. Any question before you move?
Said what is now?
A dam is a machine that provides electricity. A dam. Dam is it? Yes.
The dam you have in Jerusalem.
Yes.
Where is the other end?
Can you say it? Is it?
What is the island? It's a lowland between two highlands. Where is the other end?
A valley is a lowland. It's a lowland between two highlands. Okay, but wait. When we have a highland like this, we have a lowland here, and we have a highland. This becomes a valley. Now, this is a land. This is a lowland. This becomes a highland. Now, this becomes a valley. Yes, that's it. Yes.
What do you say?
Lateral erosion. This is the removal of this part of the soil that is caused by the waterfall.
How do you call this part? How do you call this part?
The mountain, the highland. Now, in fact, some of your books, huh? This part of the soil.
The removal
Some of your books will give you the mountain have soft and hard rocks, huh? Yeah, you have the soft rocks and the hard rock, soft rock and hard rock. So it would have been easier for the water to remove the soft part of the rock than the hard rock. So the moment water is removing the soft part of the rock, that is a lateral erosion. Erosion basically is the removal of the topmost part of the soil by either wind or water. But the difference here is it is happening in a lateral form. Yes. What confused you the most? Yes? I think that is the most important question somebody will have asked. How will the water come? In the rocky area.
It's God. It's God's creation. Because they say in Putajaran, this one, water used to come out inside the rock, inside. And this is like this one, I don't know,
It's hot.
No.
That must be all one.
You don't know geography, they will say it's
Uneducated somebody go to the riverside and, like, for example, go to the.
No, let's answer this one first.
Okay, and
Let's answer this one. You said, how comes? I think that's a very good question. No, I expect you answer that, but since
and I answer it.
I think the science students answer that. Some very stubborn science students. How on earth will the water come from the mountain? How will the water just come from the mountain? How?
It's God.
And you are telling me why I brought that thing. I expect you ask that. We said the movie here is a forest, right? You move a bit and you see water coming down and falling down at a very high speed. You're supposed to ask that question, Mr. How water coming down?
And that movie, it's not this one. It's fake.
It's fake.
No, I'm asking. Denica, that one is something natural because me also, I had it. They said,
Even
you come over and come over.
If that is natural, now why is water not coming down out like that?
That cannot be possible, Denica.
Beauty is natural. Some people are beautiful, some are not beautiful. So
Now, why don't you say, why can beauty come out of this one? It's because of God.
Sometimes somebody can be beautiful. People may say this girl is beautiful, and others may say this girl is beautiful.
yes,
Now can you say?
You cannot say why is water coming out from there and this is not
Hi,
coming
Tejas
from
again
here.
and the day.
You know, why is not everybody beautiful?
Iti ako na ako, ati ko umali, mami ako kung sense rin mo nilin ka. Do you know how to
Teacher is answering.
I'm asking you.
Yes.
You said you know. I said you don't know. Now, I'm telling us, did you know how water is to come out of those ones? Okay, let's go.
Yes, water comes from highlands. That is an established fact. But how those water come out from the highlands, that is very natural. That is the work of Almighty. In fact, if you are acquainted with the story of Ibrahim and his son, Ismail, when Ismail was traveling with the wife, Ibrahim was traveling with the wife, when Ismail was a very young boy, when Ibrahim went and left the wife and the son, and if they are very, very small boy, Ismail, they will not have water.
Yes.
The beatings of Ismail
Yes.
ooze out that water. Now, that's what we call Zamzam now.
Yes.
So what God does is just natural.
Yes.
It's just natural. So the fact, to believe the fact, like water can come from highlands, that is obvious. For God, water can even come from here.
Yes, rain.
Huh?
Look at rain.
But we know how rain is formed.
Hey!
But
So, to answer your question, waters come from highland, waters come from rocks.
Did you know how Neo was created?
Water come from rocks. But these are These are natural substances. These are natural events. What we know is water comes from highlands to lowland and meet the ocean. There is in fact something more natural than that. There are waters with different colors and they never mix.
Yes.
God picked that in the Quran. That you see the video.
This one is like
That I've allowed salt water and marine or fresh water, they will come together, but they will never mix. Their behaviors are different. Your behavior will stop there. His behavior, but you collide, you can never mix. Imagine water, blue, black, or yellow, red, come together, you can never mix. Huh? So, so that is, yes, madam, what is your question? Or you forward your question? Yes, your question. Hey, you, can you face like this?
I'm not talking. This
Of
one
course
is,
you are talking.
this one said if you go to YouTube, you will see that.
What is your question?
It's fake. So you will that.
What is fake? Yes. Can you give justice to this woman here?
Okay, so how can an uneducated somebody go to the, like for example, the river or the ocean, and like, how can you differentiate this without like saying that this one is bigger than, but how can, like, do they have any difference, like, the taste or what, or what?
We first started from the taste. We said rivers are mostly fresh water. Oceans, they are solid. You know. But then from the class you will be able to know this is ocean, this is river. Maybe you want to bring the card before you, but if you really take time, when we are done, you will know exactly. If you see, that is why you are in the class. That is the only reason why.
That's why we are in.
Yes.
Yes, that's how we did.
Bolom is tributary. You will get to that.
Yes.
Bolom is a tributary. A tributary is a branch of the river. When the river branch is a tributary. So any question there at the upper course of the river?
You said lateral.
Lateral erosion.
This is the removal of the bed.
Yeah.
This is the removal of soft rock.
The upper course of the river.
The upper course of the river, yes.
So when the water is going down,
Yes.
the broken particles, are they going to stay at the valley or are they going to be this thing?
Deposited.
Deposited. Yeah, the river, as the river start moving, the river is, in fact, when you go there, you will see transportation. The river is transporting a lot of things. Both small particles of rocks and big particles. But you may have some small particles in the plunge here, in the valley. You can have that. But not many particles, because the river is falling down in a very, very high speed. So whatever it might found here, it might erode it to the other course of the river.
Sure.
Can we move?
Yes.
Good. That is the middle state. The middle state of the river. The middle state of maturity state. Was I like this question so much.
Yeah, crazy. Maturity. Yes. Funny. If you want a differentiate, ozone is well. Ozone very well. If you watch Titanic, you will know what ozone is like. You see Titanic, how big it is. Huh? I'm explaining it.
Yes. Was like questions like this, stages of river. Most often, if you open your geography class section, you will see that. God, listen.
Yes.
Stages of river. What are the characteristics of this, the upper course, the middle course, and the lower course of the river? These are topics that frequently come in one, just like how statistics and yes, map reading is. So at the middle course of the river, hello, the major thing that occurred there is meandering. meandering. And what? We have an oxbow lake.
Me?
Oxbow lake.
Scientific language.
What is scientific language?
Scientific.
Oxbow lake. It's in your book. Check it out. Oxbow lake, and we have tributary. Tributary. But the major thing that occurs is meandering. Meander, yes. Meandering is the sluggish movement of water. The sluggish movement, that is the up and down movement of water. Up and down movement. Like when somebody drinks alcohol, he meanders.
Like
Left, right, left, right, left, right. That is meandering, huh?
Yes.
You know, here, the water is moving in a very high speed. As it's moved by its course, that is the course of the river. So, the course of the river, that is the path in which the water moves. When it comes in the middle course, it will start to meander.
Like a wave.
Yeah, like it will meander.
Yes.
So, the meander nature of the river will give you an oxbow lake. Because if this one goes on top, down, eventually here will cut off. I think you can see it in your essential, huh? And it will form what we refer to as an oxbow lake. An oxbow lake. That is, oxbow lake is just like a water being captured between the land.
Here.
Yes. Good. Oxbow lake.
Lake.
Good. So eventually, at the middle course of the river also will form a tributary. Tributary in a local language called bollocks.
Yeah.
A tributary is a branch of the river. You know, tributary. Tributary. Like when you have a tree, a straight tree, maybe when it goes for a certain stage, it will have a branch. Right?
Huh?
Yes. The tree may have a branch.
Yes.
The river can also have a branch. That is bolong in your local language, because my language is not local. So that is bolong. If the bolong also moves to an extent it has another branch, this is what we refer to as a distributor. Distributor. The only difference is DIS, huh? Yeah, DIS. That is a tributary. This one is a distributor. What is Dalo?
Like for example, coming somehow was the bucket, one extended. It's just like stagnant water, but it's bigger than that, just like a stream.
You say just like a stagnant water, just like a stream.
But I said just like a stagnant water, but it's bigger than that. Come, after isolating after in the table thing.
Have you been seeing tributaries in the garden?
Bola. Yes,
Yeah.
it's there.
Where?
Bola.
Even in Bintam Bola.
Where?
In my village.
Even in my village, so did I see.
Yeah, even our
Zomida where?
You don't know.
Where is Zomida?
funny.
No, there is no.
Bintam Bola is there. Bintam Bola.
There is no.
It's not exposed on you. That field
Which filter?
I can't that is that not airborne.
You.
Yes, like
Okay, Mr. Sorry. That one is airborne. It's the one they use to cross the road.
Yeah, that's just like yes, that's the border between the one that you have between West Coast and Kiam. Kaladia, Pintam Bolang. You have a Bolang there. We have, you say Sobita.
so far.
There's no like Sobita Bolang. And we have Bolang here in Kerawan, huh? Yeah, the Bolang in Kerawan. So these were the Bolangs that ex-president used to breed, and he called himself Babili Mansa. Those are Bolang Bili Mansa for me, huh? They are Babili Mansa. Maybe that is the reason why you need to differentiate this thing. For us, Bolang rivers are just bar. That's why we complement that name, Babili Mansa. You know, suppose he built the bar like this, fine, you can call him Babiliman. But if we are busy building boroughs, you call him Babiliman. I think that's not justice to.
What does my uncle. What does
Babiliman means somebody who bridge the river and people passes. Babiliman.
Like this one.
He used that title.
Yes, Babiliman. His Excellency said Professor. Yes, indeed, Babiliman.
The longest name.
You see those days you only do it by
Huh?
That animal that normally breaks away, so it used to there used to have
Wow, ninki na bravo surombe fofo na te anda mara na amna buñ fa amé so
That is not Babiliman, sir.
Say ka ninki na ko kuma di ñaari le English.
Who? I said,
Bravo,
like,
wala ka
when you bridge the river, you know, listen, when you bridge the river and people start passing. Hello. Now let's move on. Let's move on. Yes. Huh? Can what be downloaded? Yeah, you can download it. You can download it, yes. Hey, can we move on now? Good. So, this happened in the upper coast, lower coast, sorry, middle coast. Then you move to the lower coast, the mouth, or the old age state, the lower coast. The major thing that happened there is deposition, huh? Deposition. Madam, all the rocks that we are talking about, all the material, the dead body, whatsoever, plants, animals, humus, they've been moved from the upper stage to the middle stage and they will be deposited. Mind you, at the upper course of the river, the volume of water, of course, can be high, but it can also be higher than here because when you have a lot of tributaries joining. But here the river moves at a very high speed. But as it moves towards the middle course, the speed reduces. Huh? As it moves to the mouth, the speed reduces. So here we will have deposition mainly that occurs here. So that so mine will stop here, right at the mouth of the river. So we haven't even talked about these things. You know, basin, confluence of the river. What is confluence?
What?
Confluence of the river.
Confluence.
Yes.
No, no.
When two or more rivers meet, it's referred to as the confluence of the river. So mouth of the river is that where the river deposits all its necessary stuff. Tributary, that is Bolama. River basin is all the areas, the catchment areas, all the areas of the river. That is referred to as a river basin.